Hi, Abdel here from Success Generator. We help coaches and experts scale their businesses, increase their monthly revenue, and have a consistent flow of high quality prospects with sustainable and high converting sales systems. All right. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you one of the strategies that we use with a lot of our clients, and which has helped some of them even achieve crazy results like $75K, $1,000. And this strategy is a great strategy for new coaches, all right? It has two requirements to it, but if you've been doing things right so far and you're thinking about scaling your business, probably means that you already meet those two requirements. Now, before jumping into my screen and sharing with you this strategy, I want to first speak about one common mistake, which is a big mistake in my perception, that a lot of new coaches like yourself are doing. So let's start. So the big mistake I see a lot of new coaches do, and by new coaches I don't mean totally newbies, right? People who have just started coaching and are discovering what kind of coach they are, what kind of people they want to help, and they haven't really figured out their niche. No, this is for people who are new still, but have already worked with a few clients and have already validated their offer, basically. So these basically are the two requirements, all right? And so the biggest mistake that I've seen a lot of new coaches, including yourself, you're probably doing it, make when it comes to managing the flow of their clients, attracting new prospects, is not being in control of their customer journey. All right. And what I mean by that, let me give you an example so that it is easy for you to understand. Let's say you've been putting out content in social media for quite some time, and you've had some success, and with some of your posts going viral, and they start attracting eyeballs to your services. All right. So some of the people come to you via messages. They ask more about the questions, but others like to check out the links that you have in your profiles. All right. Maybe you put up their your website or a Linktree page, and so people click on those links and start figuring out like what exactly that you do. All right, having more info about your services. So here's the mistake: when you don't really control the way people go through, or the way, or what is the process people go through from not knowing you, all right, not knowing anything about what you do and how you help them, to discover your services and being on a call with you, you don't actually are in control of your business, basically. And that means that you will not be able to build a process and scale your business because you need something that is controllable, something that is repeatable, right? You basically need a process that works. And not being in control means that people, when they come, when they see your content, all right, and your content triggers something in them, curiosity. Maybe you put out a piece of content that highly resonates with them. So they ask themselves, hey, this is interesting. This might be the person that I might need to help me. So what they do is, mostly they're not going to send you any messages. A lot of people are timid or shy, so they would like to find the information by themselves. So what they do is they go to your website. You probably have a website right now, or just like putting up a Linktree page, or even worse, which is your own Calendly link. All right, sending them straight to a calendar. So why that is wrong is because people are looking for answers, and they're looking to validate the idea that they already have about you, which is you are interesting. You probably are going to be able to help them. So the worst thing that you can do is not giving them answers, is making the process more confusing to them, which means sending them to your website, which has a lot of links, a lot of buttons, and your about page and your blog page. Your prospect do not care about that. They don't care about what is the latest blog post you posted, or who you are exactly, what is exactly your journey, all right? Or, like your achievements, or they don't really care about that. They're looking for answers on how you can help them. And you should be in control of where they get the information from and how they get it. And being in control is that you know what is the first thing people will see, which is your content, and you know what is the next thing they want to do, right? Which is either sending you a message or checking out your links. So this is the mistake that a lot of people do, is they don't provide enough answers for their prospects to qualify them and to make sure that they are the right person. They give the perception that they are the right person for that job, all right? Now, this is what I want you to avoid, to understand that if you're doing this right now, this is a very bad strategy, all right? At this stage, you don't need any website, to be honest. If you have already, you can keep it, but you don't really need it right now because it doesn't get you business. Website is not good for business. And the second thing is that you don't need any additional links. You don't need to use a Linktree page with links to your one-on-one, links to your group coaching, and links to, unless you have a lot of people requesting your offers and you've got a bunch of, or big following on social media and you're kind of a celebrity in your niche, you don't need to do any of this, all right? So now I'm gonna show you the exact strategy that you need to do to scale your business. All right, let us explore this strategy. Now, here is the strategy that I'll be breaking down to you right now, all right? So for what it's worth, it is a very simple strategy. But if you're not used to seeing process maps, you might think that this is a complex thing, all right? It has a lot of components. But believe me, once I explain it to you and break it down to you, you're gonna understand that this is a very simple strategy that you can apply right now in your business and see yourself getting better results, all right? So the process starts from you posting content, whether that is paid content or, just organic, all right? It doesn't matter. Like, the traffic source works for both of the types that we're used to, which is cold audience or warm audiences. Although it is preferred to have warm audiences test out this offer first, because people accustomed to your content are more likely to respond well to these kind of processes. But this can be used with cold audiences very well, no issues at all. It has been tested and it just works. Now, let's have a scenario here. So these are your traffic sources, all right? So if you are posting any kind of content on social media, this is going to be your traffic source. Now, people will naturally check out the links that you have in your bio. Now, here, instead of having your website, and instead of having a simple Linktree page where you've got multiple links, what you can do instead is you can have this type of booking page, all right? Like, everyone calls it different names. I call it a booking page. Some people call it application page. It does not matter, all right? It's just a page where you're going to have a VSL, short VSL, all right, for about 10 to 15 minutes. And you're going to also have content that supports that VSL. Generally, it's going to be the same content that you will have in the VSL, all right? Which is just like a transcription, but it should include more content than that. So what is the purpose of this page? Now, the purpose of this page is to answer any additional questions your prospect might be asking. All right. So why they clicked on the link in your bio in the first place? Because they have interest. And how can you optimize that interest and transforming it into an action? Not by sending people to a website, because their attention will be shattered. All right. Their interest will be shattered, and you cannot optimize that kind of stuff. You're not in control of where they go. What is the button that they're going to click? What is the page they're going to see? But in this kind of pages, you're in total control of their experience. So you know that once they click on that page, there is nowhere to go besides clicking on that single button that will get them to book a call. All right? So that page is going to be a thorough page where you speak about like exactly what kind of outcome you can help your audience get. What is the solution that you're offering? All right. You're going also to debunk some false beliefs and give some kind of risk reversal. All right. But also you're going to include every kind of information that is related to what does your program do, how can they benefit from that program, and what is it that you are expecting from them to do. All right, you will tell them what to do because they want you to lead the way. They don't want to lead the way because they are confused. All right, but you know what's best for them, so you will lead the way and show them exactly like what they need to do. Now, the key here in this page is to start what we call the qualification process, because you want to be as clear as possible about what is this program that you're offering and what are the solutions that you can help your audience get for a very specific problem or a set of problems. All right, and you also want to make sure that they understand the kind of people that are a good fit for the program. So you will include those criterias, such as you can go like, this program is only for people who, and then you list you give a list of criteria of people. Generally speaking, you can just like keep it as people who are motivated, people who do not make excuses, people who are who have, for example, let's say, like are solution driven, and a set of other traits that you want to in your prospect. You don't want to go too deep, all right? But you can do that definitely. It depends on your industry. But generally speaking, you can just like keep it surface and like include common stuff that any good client should have, all right? And you also dismiss some of the people, like this program is not for you if you are, for example, just like give the opposite of what you gave, all right? So if you want help with that, just leave a comment and give you other examples that I've used in my other funnels. And that should be it. And you should have like a bunch of buttons, but they all do the same thing, all right? One end of the video, and one like for section number 3, and another one for section number 5, etc. And these buttons all lead to the same page, which is the application pop-up. All right. Now, once they click here, they're going to be a pop-up going to show up. You can also make it a page if you'd like. All right. I've made it both versions, like either a pop-up or a page, where you ask people for their names, their emails, and their phone numbers. Phone numbers are extremely important nowadays, so you can send them and call them, all right, to confirm the appointment. Now, what's going to happen is they're going to input that kind of information, all right, and that application pop-up should, as soon as they enter their names and emails and phone numbers, it should give them the option to book an appointment with you. All right, so you can do it also both ways. You can have them book an appointment themselves, all right, using Calendly or a Zcall or any other tool, or you can just like a request for their info and have them fill out a questionnaire, all right, and then you can reach out to them afterwards. Like, you would like straight call them on the phone. All right. But I prefer the other way, which is having their phone number in case they don't show up, in case they don't respond to their emails, so you can call them. But let them pick a time and a date. All right. Now, as I said, there will be questions that need to be answered. This is like the second step of the qualification process, because this whole strategy is about controlling the customer journey and qualifying prospects, so you end up only with people who are highly qualified or a very good fit for your program. All right. So they will be excited to join the call with you. They will be waiting for for that specific call with you, but they also would make great clients, because they know they have a very important problem, and they know that you are the solution they've been looking for, so they will commit to joining the program. Basically, they will be saying yes before even hopping on the call with you. All right. So those questions that you ask just before giving them the option to pick a date or afterwards are also crucial to qualifying your prospects. Now, what happens after they pick the date and confirm the appointment? They're going to end up on what we call an instruction page, or it is a thank you page, but it also can include a video where you give instructions to your to your prospects, to your leads, giving them like how to best prepare for the call, what it's going to be, what the call is going to be about, any special bonuses to keep them engaged and make sure they actually show up for the call. And you can also give them a homework, all right, like a small assignment. Some it can be like additional information that you want them to prepare. If you would like to have, for example, if you're a health coach or a fitness coach, you would like to have some kind of reporting that they did over the past few months. If you're a health coach, if you specialize in any kind of niche, you can ask them for like doctor's reports or something like that. You are the expert here. So whatever assignment that you can give them that gets them engaged already within the call, all right, you can add that to the instructions page. All right. Now, after that, the appointment will be booked. So what's going to happen is you're going to have a bunch of follow-up emails. All right. So each email will have a goal. For example, this first email, as you can see here, okay, first follow-up email will include another thank you note, also asking the prospect about the homework and if they need any help. All right. So you would just like ask them about the assignment that you just gave them, if it was easy, if they have any additional questions, and if they need any help doing that assignment. All right. Now, here is where the we have like the first let's say split in the process, which is basically rejecting applications that are not really good for the program. For example, someone who does not answer the questions properly in the call in the call questionnaire, someone who clearly is not a good fit for the program, depending on the answers they give, or if you, for whatever reason, you feel that the prospect is not a good fit, you would just send them an email that their application has been rejected. All right. So initially, when you start testing out the strategy, you would not reject calls except if they really are not a good fit. All right. Like, for example, I would reject calls for people who do not provide any kind of value. So they do not put an effort into answering the questions properly. All right. So that is a great sign that this person is highly not going to show up for the call. So we just not tell them, hey, sorry, we just read your application, and at the moment you're not a good fit for the program that we're offering. You can try at a later time. All right. And this email goes out to anyone, all right, who is not rejected. So you just tell them that, hey, your appointment has been confirmed. I'm glad to announce that to you. So here are the instructions of how we can move forward. And the third follow-up email also has a goal, All right, let me read it to you quickly here. This email will serve as a reminder for the session and see if the dates and times are still up for the prospect or if they need to reschedule. All right. Basically, just checking up on them and requesting them and seeing if they reply. So the more replies you get, the more engagement you get from a prospect, the highly they are high likely they're going to be engaging within the call and basically signing up for your program. All right. So yeah, we got another follow-up email, the free session, and here you're gonna pitch your offer through the free session and send them straight to a checkout page or send them an invoice via Stripe, and that would be the call. All right. So this is the very simple strategy that I've used with many of my clients, which help them, scale the businesses. Sorry, and have great results. All right. So if you have any questions about this strategy, or if you want help building your own strategy, please do not hesitate to leave any comment below. I will get back to you, with answers and tips on how you can do that. All right. So if you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and comment, share with someone who might need it, and also subscribe to the channel. So yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and catch you on the next one. Bye bye.